Nah, nah. Mm-mm, mm-mm, no. Hell no. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today it's all about love. Yes, we're talking about love today, and I'm the love doctor. I'm your love doctor today. Now, one of the things that my daughters are always saying to me is that, Mom, you're too old to be picky. And what I say to them is that actually, I'm not too old to be picky. At the stage that I'm at in my life is exactly when I need to be picky. So anyway, back to dating apps. In this video, I want to talk about why online dating is frustrating for African women. And the reasons I'm going to give you in this video will range from the more obvious ones or the more general ones that everyone else also encounters to the more sinister ones, the more serious ones that are, let's say, systematic. If you don't believe in dating apps, then good for you. But if you live in the real world, especially if you live in the UK or another country, if you came from Africa, you now live abroad, then you'll understand why people end up joining apps. You spend hours swiping, days, weeks, sometimes months, because mind you, it is not just about getting matched up. It's about matching with someone who actually looks promising. And when that finally happens, you're like, wow, finally. You get excited, you arrange for the date, maybe you arrange to meet for a coffee, a drink, dinner, whatever. So when the time finally comes, it can go either way. When you turn around to see that person for the first time, they might actually look exactly the way they do online, or they might look nothing at all like their profile pictures. And you're like, what in the world is going on here? Then things start getting awkward. You can imagine how that date is going to go. I mean, if you've got experiences, then I would like to hear in the comment section. What I've just described to you is one reason why online dating is so frustrating. It's people lying, not being honest about the way they look. Of course, there's nothing wrong. If you've put on a couple of pounds over the years, then put your picture the way you look now. Wouldn't you rather be chosen by someone who likes the real you? I mean, it's a waste of time anyway, you know, deceiving someone, thinking that they're going to change their mind when they see you in real life. Yes, you might have a good personality, like a really great personality, but guess what? Looks matter as well. I mean, let's go a thing. There are people who say, oh, you're being superficial, looks don't matter. Of course, to some extent, looks don't matter. I mean, they shouldn't be the only reason you're with someone, because looks go. We all age. I mean, I can see I'm aging. When I look at myself in the mirror, I can see the difference. But at the end of the day, that physical attraction is important. I mean, I'm not speaking as a relationship guru. I'm speaking as a human being, as a woman who has experienced, dating as well. So this problem I've just described to you is universal. It's not just about African women. Everyone encounters this problem. And as a follow-up to this, I mean, I guess this point I could call it meeting low quality matches, going beyond looks. You want someone to actually make an effort. Some people don't even bother with the way they look. I mean, going beyond the physical makeup, because some things you can't change. But when it comes to, putting on a decent t-shirt, a decent dress, or a decent outfit, just make an effort. It's a way of respecting the other person as well. And also when it comes to matches as well, the quality of your matches, you want to match with someone you can have a conversation with, like a decent conversation. And one of the challenges of online dating is that you don't always meet someone who actually matches, that conversation, because there are times when you find that they are not on the same level as you are. I mean, let's go a thing, because it's online. You can't always tell online. It is difficult to make that full judgment on a person. I mean, you're not supposed to anyway, because it's online. The only way you get to know someone is by meeting them. And sometimes you just want a decent conversation. And unfortunately, you don't always get that. So that's the first reason, meeting low quality matches. The second reason is being fetishized, and also awkward comments. I mean, this one is a major one. If you're an African woman, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, let's say you swipe right to someone outside of your race, and you're all excited, you get dressed up and everything, the same thing as before. Then you go on that date, you're sitting at the table, you've ordered drinks, you've ordered a nice meal, you're enjoying the conversation, and you're thinking to yourself, I really like this guy. I can see myself with this person. They seem really genuine. And then out of the blue, boom, the bomb drops. They just drop it like that. They're like, they might say something like, I've never dated a black girl before. And sometimes the conversation might go like this. I have African women friends, by the way, and we talk about these things. And these are some of the things that come up in our conversation, real things, by the way. And they might say something like, I've always wondered what black women are like. I bet you're wild, huh? Excuse me, sir? So yeah, such comments can make things really awkward. There's actually a study that was conducted by Essence, and this study interviewed 100 black women or women who identified themselves as people of color, and they wanted to find out what their experiences were when it comes to dating apps. And they discovered that black women in particular are being fantasized about, where they're being seen as exotic. I'm not a tourist attraction. And what that study or what that interview showed was that men want to have sexual experiences and nothing else. Like, they are not interested in pursuing a serious relationship when they encounter a black woman. So their attraction is not genuine, according to this study. They just want to satisfy, their weird fantasies because they have heard things about black women, or they hold some belief about black women, and they want to see it for themselves. And it also says here they don't want to actually date black women. And so we are depicted as falling outside of the norm of being a desirable wife or long-term partner. It says a whole lot of other things, but basically, these men who are on these dating apps believe things about black women, some weird things that have been said about black women, African women. Honestly, the black woman has suffered a lot. We are called all kinds of things. We are stereotyped. And the things are not even true. We know this. This is not a secret, but unfortunately, it is now affecting us when it comes to dating, because when people meet a black woman or an African woman, already they've got an opinion about that woman. And when that woman does not live up to the opinion or to the expectation or to the stereotype, then again, there are times, unfortunately, it becomes a bit of an issue, because if someone has got this fantasy, this fetish, weird, creepy fetish, and they want to experience something wild, whatever they've heard, and the black woman doesn't behave the way they want or the way they expect, then she loses again, because she's not living up to the stereotype. So it is a no-win situation. So this is why I'm saying this one is the dark one. And also, according to the evidence that is out there, the algorithms themselves on these dating apps are not favoring black women. It says here, the sociologist also argues that the algorithms specifically curate users to match people who look like them, which can, for example, hinder black women, or black women rather, from connecting with others more authentically. And also, black women, according to, someone decided that black women are not attractive. We are not the standard, and yet other people copy us. They copy our style. Left, right, and center. We are the most copied people on the planet, and yet the society will have you believe that we are the least attractive group of people. People have surgery to have the features that we have naturally, the features that God gave us naturally. Other people have surgery to have those features. Make it make sense. It's weird, it's twisted, but that is the society that we live in. So when it comes to this AI, these algorithms, unfortunately, they have been programmed in such a way as to not favor black women. All these perceptions, the stereotypes, and the bias is there now. It's on the algorithms as well, the way they are curated. is to keep Black women at the bottom of the food chain. Some of these things, especially if you live abroad, some of these things, you might wonder why we have so many single African women or Black women. Some of these things, you need to look beyond just thinking, oh, we have a shortage of men, or, some of the reasons we come up with. So unfortunately, this is the reality that African women are dealing with. This is why online dating is frustrating. It's unfair. I mean, yeah, a lot of things are unfair in the world, and this is one of those things. So to end this video, I want to talk about something that someone on TikTok suggested, and when I watched that video, I thought, you know what, this makes perfect sense. So that person was talking about the fact that as Africans, there is need for us to come together somehow, especially Africans in the diaspora, because we live in an environment that doesn't always promote, the coming together of people, especially our people, because of the way our life is set up. We're always busy. Where do we find the time? I mean, a whole lot of other things. Go and watch those videos. But basically, the person who made that video was saying, imagine if we ate each other's food. Let's say there's a Zimbabwean restaurant, there is a Nigerian restaurant, there's a Ghanaian restaurant, there's a Kenyan restaurant, and if we all went to one another's restaurant, if people come to the Zimbabwean restaurant, maybe there's a special going, and people from Ghana, people from Nigeria, people from, all these African countries go there. And I'm from Zimbabwe, I go there. Guess how many people, how many Africans I'm going to meet there? And he was saying that the reason why we have so many single people, single African people, is because we don't come together, or we haven't found an effective way to come together. And food is one way. We are struggling when it comes to our experiences, not so much about dating as such, but because this video is about dating, yes, I'll mention dating. But when it comes to us just socializing among ourselves, yeah, we don't have that, or we don't do that enough over here. So the truth of the matter is, we can't rely on these dating apps alone. We need to create social events, networking events, and food, as that guy who made the video on TikTok suggested, is one good way to do that. And honestly, I agree. And anyway, it is always good to meet people organically. I mean, that is the best way. Although we have successful relationships, I mean, we have marriages that have come out of dating apps. They exist. But ideally, meeting someone organically is always the best. So anyway, this is what I had for you in this video. As always, chip in the comment section. I want to hear your experiences, your thoughts, your opinions. You know what to do. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.